Hello, my name is Almina, and today I would like to share two experiences I had with my clients recently. Maybe it can help you, or maybe you can see something that is connection with you as well, or you will see. Maybe there is some advice behind these two stories. I found these stories very interesting, and I would like to explain you how it was and what was the reasons why these clients came to see me. So the first client I had, it was maybe 3 weeks ago. She came for a reading, and I just asked her if she already had readings, and she said yes, she was seeing already several mediums, but she wanted to try me as well. And so I explained her our work, that I start with psychometry, starting maybe to read an object, and etc. etc. So she was very relaxed in front of me, and I asked her for a ring, and she gave me the ring, and I started to tune into her energy. So I immediately felt this anger within the energy, and I couldn't help myself at the beginning. I was like, it was something with me or whatever. So I tried again to tune into this energy, and there was so much anger. It was not a emotion like being sad or something. It was really this anger. So I found this very interesting, and I asked her. I said, I feel a pressure on my chest. I have the feeling you are so angry. But I had the feeling this anger goes to a man. It was really like pointed to a man. And she just replied, I divorced 17 years ago. And can you tell me something else, please? And I knew I couldn't let that anger go. I just couldn't switch on something else, like her children, whatever, or to her work. I had to focus back on it, and I knew immediately she would be very, very upset. But it just it was too much, too strong. I couldn't go further. And I didn't want it also to go further. I wanted to know what was behind that anger. And I said to her, I'm really sorry, but this anger feels like not was 17 years ago. It was not even yesterday. It feels like you divorced today. It is so strong. And I don't want to make you uncomfortable with that, but I think it's very important maybe to figure out what is behind that anger. Because it feels like it goes to this man, but you didn't let go from that. And my problem is I cannot go further with that. We have to solve it in a way, or at least to look at it. And she just burst it out like, he left me 17 years ago. I had a 2-month-old daughter. He left me for another woman. I had to go back to work, and she just burst it out. And for 2 or 3 minutes, she just was even screaming at me. The anger came so strong out of her. And after a while, I stopped her and said, I really understand that anger. The problem is that because of that anger, it was very difficult for you then to find somebody else, because I feel like there were like half relationships, that all the other relationships with the man were like cut. It starts and it stopped. The problem is that your anger, it blocks you from having another relationship. And she just replied, I don't understand, because you have to tell me. This is why I came to see you. You have to tell me when I'm going to find the right man that is going to take care of me, that's going to fit for me, that's going to love me. And I said, I just don't see it. Why? And then I understood. I said, because you have children. You want still to punish your ex-husband with your children. I'm quite sure that you interfere as well with the relationship with the father, because you want to control the relationship in a way with him as well. Because of your anger directs into your children, and to the children to father. The problem is there is no place for another man, because the anger then you direct to the other man as well. So I think the first thing you have to do is start to heal this problem with the anger against your ex-husband, and certainly not use the children against their father. Oh, she burst it out again. She doesn't want to hear. The only thing she needs is another man. It's not true, etc. And it was very difficult for me to first of all, to calm her a bit down, but to make her understand that it actually blocked her life. And in a way, she blocked her children for having a good relationship with her, and that she blocked children to having a good relationship with the father. So it was like a non-ending circle of anger and pain and sadness in a way as well, of more of the children. I couldn't say I felt sadness within her. It was too strong. It was really the anger. He left me. But she did not say what happened before. And this is what I did. I started to try to figure out what happened before. You don't leave just like this for another woman. And the problem was the controlling. She wanted to control everything. She wanted to control her husband. She wanted to control things at work. There was the controlling. We married once. You gave me promise you're going to stay with me. But still, I need to control. And this is what I had the feeling made him to leave her. He couldn't handle this control anymore of her controlling having a child, controlling having another child, and she wanted a house. And this control thing was very, very strong within herself. And this control then wanted to control the anger and the hate against her husband, ex-husband. The problem is she didn't control anything. She lost everything. It's like everything lost. And the worst thing for her was that her son told her that he would like to go and live with his father. And this was another thing that she loses control. So the anger was twice. It was more intense. And I really tried gently to explain her that first of all she had to work on herself and to let go. Because maybe she can control her children for a while, but they're going to leave anyway. What happens then after that when you try to control, you're unhappy or this and that? In fact, you're poisoning yourself. So I tried to explain her that she needed like another breakdown, that she loses control of everything. And when she's going to lose control of everything, the real healing part is going to start. But I just warned her not to go that far that her body is going to lose as well control. That maybe she's going to have an illness or something is going to lose, or something's going to be out of control of her body. I wanted to warn her instead, like, start now a healing process before it ends up on your body, because when you lose control of the body, or when she cannot control the hate against, it's something else is going to happen. Definitely something else is going to happen. And there's nothing to do with a man or not a man. It was just against herself. She heard it. I knew she heard it. I felt she heard it. But still, it was like, you have to give me right. You need that I'm right. That I hate him. And I couldn't give her that. I just couldn't give her that. So she wasn't that happy about the reading, because I didn't tell her like she's going to meet somebody and this and that and she's going to be fine. Absolutely not. I just told her that she has to start a healing process within herself and try not to control things around her or people around her, whatever. So when she left, I thought a lot about her, and I think we have all this kind of, we want to control something or a situation, or we want to have the things done in a certain way, but at the end it will not help you. It will not help you. It's going to go against you. And 2 days after that, I had another woman coming, and she's a client, as I know her since years. She always comes for business advice, etc. And I like her very much because she's in her 50s, but she's always smiling, always happy, smiling, and this and that. And we talked about the business things, etc. And then at the end, I thought about the other woman, and I asked her, I said, how do you do yourself? I mean, you're always smiling, you're always like in a good mood. What's your secret in a way? And she said, yes, her life was tough as well. She was divorced twice and she had no kids. So that was kind of, she wanted to always have kids, and she didn't have children. And she said, you know, when I have my days that I'm not that well or I'm a bit down, I just start to pray. In my words, I start to pray. I pray to God, or I pray to angels. What's come in my mind, and after a while I feel better, and then I go on. And that's not stupid, huh? In a way. So I think I was asked lately from one of my students, how should she pray or whatever, and I mean, you can do it whatever you want, but I found a book which I found very, very interesting. It's a book from Florence Scovel-Shinn, and she was very known. She did a little book with affirmations, and maybe it's less religious. Maybe you feel more comfortable with these affirmations, and I really would like to show you this book. There's absolutely fantastic affirmations for every situation in life, and I found this affirmation for my first client, and it's an affirmation for forgiveness. So I in a way wanted to contact her, maybe to try that she try something, but there's a very, very good affirmation that would be absolutely perfect for her. It is, I forgive everyone and everyone forgives me. The gates swing open for my good. So this little book with a lot of affirmations, love affirmations, money, success, whatever, would be a good thing maybe if you have something that you're struggling, or like you have a feeling that you want something, you didn't get it, and or you're blocked with something. Try to maybe you write yourself an affirmation like, today is the day I feel good, whatever it is, because word is energy, and energy change for good or for the less good. I don't like to say the bad, maybe the less good. It's a better thing maybe to. I don't like the word bad. It's not bad. It's maybe less good. So the book's name is Your Word is Your Wand. Yes, Your Word is Your Wand. Maybe try to find this book, or definitely look at Florence Scovel-Shinn. She wrote 3 books. This is one of them. And if not, try, if you have something that blocks you, try to find affirmation, or try just to pray. Pray, and don't wait, but just like when you say your affirmation, try to imagine it's starting or immediately to work. But choose affirmations not to harm anybody. That's not an affirmation. Try really to find something, positive words. How do you feel? And try to find words or affirmation, or an affirmation that it's not in the future, or it's not in the past. It's like tomorrow I'm going to feel better. Try to find affirmation it's like in the now. Now this affirmation is going to happen now, and now you're going to feel different about your emotion or your blockage or whatever. So I hope that maybe it helped you for a little thing, or I'm definitely going to share more of my client experiences with you, because it's like at the end, I don't think we have all the same problems, but at the end there are some things that connects with anybody. So I think we're all connected in a way, and I definitely learned from each of my clients. And I'm always when I prepare myself for my next client, I'm always like, I try just to be open and try to experience something new for myself, and maybe I share it with others, but just definitely for myself as well, because every experience is a different experience, but at the end, it's nevertheless the same. So thank you for watching this video.